Hello and welcome to my videos. Thank you for coming back to my channel again. Today I'm gonna work in my ledger journal with the Maremi's flower fairies, one of the newest editions, spring edition. And I already tore out some of the fairies because I couldn't decide. So I'm just picking what I want to use. I want to work in my ledger journal, so I want her a little bit big so that she can fit in. I'm trying to look for a page that is empty. I think I'm going to use this one because I like that one the best. And as you can see, the paper is white, but the ledger journal, they have a vintage look, brownish, with some red stripes. So I wanted to blend in. So what I'm doing now is just tearing the paper off from the sides. I'm sorry I'm out of the camera's eye, but I cannot do this far from me because then it will go wrong. I have to see what I'm doing. So bear with me a moment, please. So once I tore off all the paper, I have to blend her into my page, and I'm gonna do that with my gesso. A little bit from the underside still have to go. I don't want a very big line. I can do that, but I don't want. And I'm tearing it off so that you won't see too many lines from the tearing. So I'm putting her down, then I'm taking my Dutch Doobadoo white gesso, and I'm taking one of my tools to just spread the gesso. I'm marking a little bit how big the picture is, so that I don't have to bring her back every time. So you can see the marks, and where the marks are, that is where I'm gonna put my gesso on top so I can blend her in. And I'm going over the whole paper because I don't want when I put the paper down with glue that you will see the brown and the blue lines from the ledger through the paper once it's been glued down. So just checking if I'm happy with how white it is on the sides, and I am. So I'm just putting her right away in, and I'm pressing her down into the gesso, so the gesso will glue my picture down. It's wet anyway, so it will stay. And then over the edges I will just go over it with the gesso, and some places is not the paint is not wet anymore, so I just put a new layer of the gesso, and then I'm going over the paper with the gesso also on the edge, and that is how I blend my image in on top of my brown paper from the ledger book from. Dina Wakley is the book. I'm just pressing it down, trying to check if there's still some edges that I didn't glue, because the gesso, I'm not putting a very thick layer, so it almost dries up immediately. And once that I'm happy with this result, I'm gonna seal her also, but I'm not gonna do that with the white, because obviously you will not see the picture anymore then. So I'm taking my clear gesso from Art Basic. At first I'm drying her because it's still a little bit wet, and if I go over it with my clear gesso, then I might take some of the white gesso along, and then it will just damage the paper with the white spots, which is not what I want to do. And you can see on the upper side where the heat tool is now, the paint didn't glue down the paper, but I'm not worrying, because when I take my clear gesso, I will put some under it, and then it will glue down, it will stay. As I said before, it's a clear gesso, but when it comes out of the pot, it is white, and when it dries up, it will be clear. I'm putting it all over my image, because I'm gonna work with oxides, and I don't want the oxide to get into soak into the paper. So that's why I'm sealing her in. And you can see the spot where by the wing and by the hair there, that I'm gluing it down with the clear gesso. Just put a little bit under it and a little bit over it. I'm just rubbing it in with my finger again, so I don't see any stripes. I'm making sure that everything is glued down well and is all sealed. drying this one also, because before I work on it with my oxide, it has to be dried. And once it's dried, I'm bringing in my oxides color. So I'm just picking some colors that is inside the picture already, because it's very brightful and like pastel soft colors. So I'm doing the same thing, trying to see if I can match it. So under by the feet there was a little bit of gray and pink, so I want to ground her more, so I'm going to extend the little bit of the line that is there already. First I'm doing the light color, the pink, because if I put the dark color first, then the pink you won't see it anymore, so that's why. And then I'm coming in with like a grayish color, and everything I'm using is listed down below, so you can take a look there. I think it's speckled egg that I'm using next. I'm sorry, I'm touching my cable. So now I'm doing under a little bit, and then I'm coming in with a green color, a very light color, and I'm taking it to 3 of the places around her, above and on the side between the wings. And then I'm using the green color now. I'm sorry, the first one was the blue. Now I'm coming in with the green, and then I'm taking some stencils. They don't have a name, I cannot see it anywhere, so I don't know anymore what they are called, but I'm just taking those same colors through the stencil on the spots, the same colors. This is like a tree stencil, but I used it wrongly. I'm using it upside down, and I saw it when I was putting it down, so my plan of making trees on the side and coming out from her back went wrong. But hey, you gotta do with what you are doing. So I took that same stencil, put brown under it, and then I took a little bit of an opposite color that will brighten it up a little bit, together with the brown, and that was the orange. I have a little pouch also from where I keep all my images that I cut out already and decided not to use. So here I'm taking a butterfly, and with the vintage photo doing the antennas, and I cut the image through half, and I'm just putting the other wing back in my pouch because I can use it somewhere else. So I'm gluing her down, and I'm also putting the glue on top a little bit to seal in. And then the same thing for the text that I took out of the Fairy Flower book, and the flower from the botanic book, and I'm gluing it down, and then the text right under it and a little bit on top of the stem, and also putting glue on top to seal it. The glue that I'm using is from Dutch Doobadoo. It's a glue pen, and it's very thin, so that's how why you can use it also to seal your images. Then I'm using an ink, a golden one and a white one to make some splatters until I'm happy with the result. And then I'm just drying it again. And once it's dried, because it takes a little bit long, because of course the ink is a little bit watery. But then I'm taking my brush pen and then I'm taking from Spectrum Noir. I'm taking the Spectrum Aquablend and I'm taking the color Bison, and I just take, because the color is a little bit of a bright brown, so I'm just not going around drawing around my images, but with my water brush I'm just taking some color from the tip, and when it's too much color that I'm having, I can just spread it out a little bit more, as you see me doing here, and in between I just wipe it off on a cloth. So this is the whole of the image, and I really want to thank you again for being here with me. I do hope you like, subscribe and share my videos. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.